Hello there. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary.
Thank you very much. Share the broadcast. This is Sunday sermon. For those who are very used to Sunday sermons, right? It is the moment that I would hold no bar, like nothing holds me from saying everything I would normally not say when I'm presenting detailed, deep, all that stuff during our peak time, 9 p.m. And let me tell you something tonight, yeah? Tonight, I'm going to have Omoyele Sowore. It's coming on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, where we want to talk about a year after NSAS and those who died, and what is the next thing. So a lot is going to happen later tonight, but on Maiyegun's Diary Politico Sunday sermon, trust me, apart from the fact that I'm going to hold you spellbound all through, but it is going to be a no holds bar, no respect for idiots on Sunday sermon.
When French was challenged, they turned to their general, Charles de Gaulle. Correct? When Britain was challenged, they turned to their great general, Winston Churchill. Correct? Today, Nigeria is challenged, economically challenged, physically challenged, security challenged. Who do we turn to? General Muhammad Buhari is the right man for the job. If you talk of military experience, he has this abundantly. If you talk of courage, he has it abundantly. If you talk of simplicity, he has it abundantly. If you talk of great determination, a combination of vision and ability to perform, honesty and integrity, he has it abundantly.
Here is another one.
You and I know that the most important thing is that when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice. Let me ask you a question. Are you rejoicing now? Under this government, are you rejoicing? Very good. The reason why we cannot rejoice under this government is because the scripture says, when the righteous are in power, the people rejoice.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
By the grace of God. This is just the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, brethren, you are welcome to the Temple of Truth. Today, Sunday sermon. The breaking news and trending news is that Nigeria, under Buhari, the man that has if you talk of military intelligence, he has it abundantly. His government are not just arming terrorists, giving them access to the hardware, military hardware, including military vehicles that they have taken over from Nigerian military over the years, and they still continue to take over from them. Nigeria has now resorted into buying back those weapons that they feel like are going to put Buhari's life in danger. The devil they raised, the monster they raised, like I said, is going to consume everybody, whether you are for them or you are not for them. Those who are not for them are devising means of surviving under this madness of APC, Egbekegbe. But for those who support them blindly enough to ignore the danger, the truth is that everyone is in danger, including the lifeless mannequin, the retired Megad, Mumumadu, Buhari. So they sensed that. Now, this is how you understand how much deep, what have you, let me use the deep shit that they have sunk Nigeria into, and to everyone who wants to go down with them. They enabled terrorists before they came in. In fact, they campaigned on ending terrorism of Boko Haram. That was why they came in, right? And that was the reason why they tend to have legitimacy, despite all of the fraud that came with that election as well. Just like every election. But they tend to have a little bit of legitimacy because of what they promised. We are coming to end terrorism, return people back to their homes, blah, 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 blah. 6 years after, we now have not just the Boko Haram, we now have the ISWAP, right? You have the ISIS, you have the Fulani terrorists, who they now call bandits. And now listen, they all operate same way. The same violent, bloody campaign just to sponsor and promote their jihad. There are even many of us are still asking, listen, maybe we misunderstood them, right? What exactly are they fighting for? We have no idea. Well, the campaign of violence escalated when the people who promised to end it gained power. Okay? We later found out that instead of them to go after the terrorists, they were actually welcoming them. Come. What do you want? What do you want us to give to you? Come, repent. We'll give you money. Come here. They put a program in place called Operation Safe Corridor. Safe Corridor. Do you understand what that means? Safe place for terrorists to pass into the society. So in 6 years, that now escalated the whole thing. And the whole country, not just northern Nigeria, the whole country now are at the beck and call of the threat of these terrorists. So they know them, as we have proved many times. They know them. Just few days ago, the Nigerian military came out and they said the reason why they will never arrest Sheikh Osama bin Gumi is simply because his visit to the terrorists, all those people, has the backing of the military, because according to them, he is helping them in his own way to curb insecurity. That's it. Simple, simplicity. But guess what? All of the crimes going on everywhere, all over the place, that are getting the Muslims killed, getting the Christians killed, getting the natives killed, getting people chased away from their land. All of this old madness going on in northern Nigeria, they know those who have the weapons. All the madness going on in southern Nigeria, subjecting our people to daily kidnapping and ransom payments in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, even right there in Niger land and all those lands in the southern Nigeria. They know the perpetrators. They know the type of weapons they have. You also know the type of weapons they have. And let me give you a bit of a hint. They know how dangerous they are, and there is no attempt, no plan to punish them, no plan at all. Therefore, whatever they do or they will still do, they are already forgiven. But when they realize that another terrorist group in Katsina State, where Boko Haram comes from, Daura, they have now have access to anti-aircraft guns. You see those guns that can shoot down any jets, right? Civilian jets mostly. But the reason why they became alarmed is this. They know that those ones who had the capacity to shoot down fighter jets in Niger State and in Kaduna State, Boko Haram will likely or easily avoid that place completely. But you see those ones from Katsina operating in that forest there. What if they decided to just shoot down Boko Haram? In fact, from the intel they said they received, just like they know about all the terrorism everywhere, yeah? From the intel they received, those guys were even planning to use it so that they can shoot down Boko Haram. I don't think there is airport in Katsina. Maybe they are referring to, they may move down to Kaduna and just shut Boko Haram down, or wait for the helicopter, the chopper that we always lift him from Kaduna to Daura, where they built helipad for him. So, in a nutshell, they sensed a great threat to the Maiyegun. Do you know what they did? They didn't go out there to get those boys and get them. Like, you are planning to kill the president, all of you. Are you mad? You want to kill president? You are going to rot in jail. That is treasonable. If me and you, if we sit down here, we talk about how to kill president, we are already committing crime. Whether we feel like we can say what we like and all of that, right? If they see you anywhere, you're sitting together and you're saying you want to kill leader and we will do this and that, it is called treason. Whether that leader is a dictator or a tyrant or a military, whatever, right? And let me tell you something, they always get sympathy all over the world if they realize that you are running away because you try to kill the president of a country. Trust me. But when they got them, that's how to know how deep you are in Nigeria already. Deep hole. They did not go after them. They went after them to negotiate. Guys, you know what? You know, Biko Sonodaku or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, you cannot do that. How about now, no. We'll pay you money. What about that? We've got some crisp dollars. We'll pay you. And if we give you money, you can buy many weapons. You know, it's unmarked. We'll give you $50,000. My brothers and sisters, they had to pay them to get the weapon back. So you may be asking yourself, how did they get access to that? How did they have access to that? Please don't pretend. Please, at this point, we shouldn't pretend like we didn't know what was going on, like you have never heard of so many of these atrocities before now. Come on. They attacked military barracks where they are keeping weapons. Every time Nigeria takes delivery of weapons, the weapons will never find themselves to the war front where the soldiers need them. They stock them. They stock them in their barracks. They stock them there. Then the boys will invade the barracks. No fight back, no nothing, nobody to push back. They will take over the barracks, take vehicle, take bomb, take everything they could take. C4, guns, AK-47. Where do you think they get all those from? Do you really think they buy all of that? All of that comes through smuggling? Maybe it's through smuggling before Boko Haram came to power. But since they came in, It was a free direct access. Don't pretend that you don't know that. Or do you think every time they told you then that the Boko Haram or bandit attacked this place, they just went there for excursion or for sightseeing, Abi, to take pictures inside their barracks? Come on, don't be naive. And you also see them when they display all the new military wares, military hardwares, you know, all those things. They will display them in Sambisa, in their forests. Nobody will fight them. Boko Haram, they cruise in Nigeria military vehicles, bulletproof vehicles, armored personnel carrier. Boko Haram, they have armored personnel carriers, APC. Do you think they bought that and they shipped that to them? They shipped that down and somebody cleared it for them and they moved the weapon to Sambisa for them. Come on, don't be that naive. And every time they attack barracks, have you ever heard that the Nigerian military, they went after those who attacked the barracks in the morning, and by evening they have killed some of them and they have taken over, they have recovered all the weapons? Have you ever read that in the news? Ever? Have you? That's how they give them access to those weapons. You are fighting terrorists. Your soldiers are unpaid. They are poorly paid, unfed. They are fatigued, tired, exhausted, but you kept them there with jamming guns to fight terrorists who have a shooting capacity of 2,000 meters. And you give your soldiers guns that can only shoot and kill in just about 200 meters. 200 versus 2,000. Who is going to die? And you keep all the guns that could actually do the job. When you get them, you put them in your barracks, you put them in the armory, and then Boko Haram will come. They will take whatever they will take. It's not just Boko Haram anymore. Bandits attacked Kaduna defense, what do you call it? In Kaduna, they call defense, what's it they call themselves? That's supposed to be there's this building in America, Pentagon, I think. That Kaduna, defense headquarters in Kaduna, so yeah, should be like Nigeria's Pentagon, Nigeria Defense Academy. God bless you. That is where the intelligence, everything. I can tell you this, right? More than 50% of security intelligence in the military and the rest of that, they are all cooked up, managed and processed from that building, from that place. Defense Academy. Thank you, Jare, my friends. They attacked the place. What do you think they went there to do? To take pictures? Or to do Salat prayer or Subuhi or Ishai? Come on, man. Now, Nigeria couldn't go after to recover the weapons. They had to pay them to get that back. Because that weapon can actually kill Boko Haram if they shoot that weapon at the jets. But there is something I actually want you to please pay attention to. Because to you, this is just like every other news. These guys are stupid. We react. Yes, we react. Very, very heartless people. This is nonsense. This is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. But no. It's going to pass. Another is going to happen again. But there's something you have to know that it should be beyond that rage. The rage of, why would they do that? That's so stupid. That's so, they've been doing stupid things. And they've been getting away with it. But getting away with it never stopped people paying the price for it. People are dying for every of such decisions. But this is what I figured out. Terrorists have access to shoot down fighter jets in Nigeria. They've shot down more than 3. This year alone, they've shot down 2. The last one they shot down was a fighter jet they said was on a spying mission. Meanwhile, it's actually an Alpha jet, one of the fastest, stealthiest, aircrafts. Those terrorists shot it down. That's the last one. But the guy managed to crash land and then parachute himself out to safety. He escaped. The one before him wasn't lucky. There were 2. They captured them. and they killed them, by the way. So the last guy, which is the second one this year, survived, crash landed and escaped. But the question there is this. Before now, the report of kidnapping, attacking villages, killing this number of people, emptying different communities where people ended up in refugee camps and all of that, they were so synonymous to certain part of northern Nigeria, not even all over northern Nigeria, before 2015. Okay? So then it was easier for anybody to say it is manageable. It was the politicians doing it, so we can manage it. So 6 years after that, meanwhile, also, there were people from southern Nigeria that would never, ever imagine a time that they would find themselves in the captivity of a terrorist who kidnapped them just traveling from Abeokuta to Osogbo, or just traveling from Ibadan to Akure, or maybe you're just traveling from Odogbolu to Lagos. Journeys that are really not so close to dangerous places you used to know before 2015. Then, if anyone told you then that he was going to come back home, that you become unsafe in your own different communities, that Yorubas are going to be refugees in different countries today, in 6 years after 2015, some of you will never believe it. That is why today, because of the way they have blanked out some of this information, even in southern Nigeria, many people still don't believe how much deeper you are all into everything you've read about in northern Nigeria today. So what they did was that in 6 years, they ensured that whatever you have been reading about in northern Nigeria, in Borno, Northeast, and other places, they can actually happen to you. And they are, in fact, happening to you. Now, that is where my own concern now comes in. Southerners seems to be those who actually fly a lot. When you look at where they generate all their money, you look at the aviation in the South. We tend to be those who travel a lot, including even them when they do travel, by the way. What I'm doing is when they do travel through Lagos as well, right? And that's how they program Nigeria, okay? Don't blame us. It is one of the mismatch, what do you call it? Mismatch arrangement called Nigeria anyway. But I want to address air traffic. So if you look at the airspace of northern Nigeria and you compare the numbers of aircraft and the traffic there, and you look at southern Nigeria and you compare the level and the numbers of air traffic there, the only place where they can shoot down a plane, a passenger plane, and it will make news, and ISIS will celebrate it, is no other place than southern Nigeria. Just same way you are witnessing it today, that they can shoot down fighter jet. They can shoot down fighter jet, the fastest. Fighter jets are built to fight those on the ground, right? And escape any shot and all of that. It will take a serious weapon, like anti-aircraft gun, to shoot down a fighter jet. And that is not something you go to market and buy. Now, this is where I want you to now come in. If you feel like what is happening in Nigeria is being over-exaggerated, Bokwari knows the danger of what they have now put Nigeria in. And they don't want to risk him flying over northern Nigeria airspace with terrorists with capacity to shoot down his plane. If they think they can manage that, who is managing our own in southern Nigeria? If these same guys who have AK-47 and who have the audacity with the map of southern Nigeria on their palms, and they know all the route through our forest than any of our grandfathers, our fathers, and even our ancestors can ever imagine. If they have the audacity to do that in southern Nigeria today, what do you think it will take them to move the same weapon that they can shoot at an aircraft that is about to land or take off from the Lagos airport, carrying you, your family members, my family members, your loved ones, just anyone, right? And boom. Maybe you don't understand what I mean. I will explain to you. Nigeria is at a point whereby, or we can say Nigeria is a disaster waiting to happen. And those who push Nigeria to that stage today, they are not tired. They are doing everything as if to say they are actually on drug. They are doing everything to make that disaster happen. They are shielding and protecting terrorists who now have access to the most dangerous weapons that can actually go and stage a war. Now, let me put it this way. If Nigeria should say there is war in Nigeria today, and they say that war is religious war, which is pretty much what is going on in Nigeria today. Now, if you start religious war, and all of us, we no get religion, we also have to fight on the side of those who have religion, Abi. So at the end of the day, if we now part ourselves, like we are from southern Nigeria, where if you are a Muslim, you be my brother. If you are a Christian, you be my brother. You be my aboki. Anytime we want, you know what I'm talking about. We don't really take it that much. So we are likely going to have to, most of us will likely have to fight on our side, on the same side. Christians, Muslims, traditionalists, all of us, and those who don't believe in anything, to save ourselves from those who would probably fight that jihad, possibly. So let's say that their jihad starts today. I can tell you something free of charge, okay? And you don't have to believe me. I'm still going to tell you anyway. The internal security organ of Nigeria has collapsed because of the compromise within. The compromise within, those who have compromised the security of Nigeria within, have the capacity to know those who have the ability to stage war in Nigeria, and those who have no such capacity. As we speak today, the only place you can find a ready-made army who have already surrounded the entire Nigeria, you will find their headquarters in northern Nigeria, the Fulani Caliphate. They've taken over the government. They are in the military. They are in the police. They are in the executive, legislative, and even the judiciary. They are in the core art of what could have protected you and me from the dangers of all these guys. They know them. Now, if anything should happen at all, you should be 100% sure that the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police, and many of them, they will fight on the side of the jihadists. And this is why. Apart from Nigerian government, the other sector of a non-state actor who have access to the sophisticated weapons of war, who have the capacity to shoot down a fighter jet, are none other than the jihadist terrorists of all kinds in northern Nigeria. Take that to the bank. If the jihadi war starts today, most of us will be fighting with Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, and every other thing we can call on. Why the rest of us will find any shakabula we can find until we manage possibly to overpower those who have the real weapon. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will begin to have the similar weapon with them, but a lot of body will lie. Tell yourself that truth. Because as it is today, the Boko Haram terrorists and the Fulani terrorists are the only people, apart from Nigerian military, who carry AK-47 and nobody can arrest them. Not even the military, not even the police. So if anything should happen tomorrow, they are the people who have that capacity. They have armor tank. They have the only thing they haven't gotten right now is the fighter jet. But tell me something. They don't need that. The government of Nigeria is already in capacity of fighter jets, as they have been doing. Yeah, they go ahead to bomb some communities while the communities are trying to fight back the terrorists that invaded them last night. We have seen that many times. And guess what? When they come back with their report, they will tell you it was accidental bombing. That's Nigeria. That is the example of a compromised security system. It is through that compromised security system that they realize that, hey, these boys with weapons that can shoot down plane, we need to negotiate with them. That's too much. They can't do that. But who is now going to defend us if they shoot down a passenger jet in Lagos? I have told you, some of you would like to wait until some of these things are really happening for real, that you can say, hey, Shineke, hey, Oluwa Olonwo, hey, Egbawa, they have kidnapped 300 school children from Abule Egba. We didn't even know how they managed to move 300 children out of Abule Egba. Hey, Shineke got them. You know what I mean? Then people will be like, hey, so me we no believe say they fit move children from Kankara, Kajuru, Kagara, hundreds of children. Oh boy, how then take do we are moving closer to that point. Okay, we are getting closer, and that is where you come in. I don't know what you believe in, and I don't want to tell you what to believe in, but I'm going to continue to tell you, or possibly continue to enlighten you of the danger we are all in when we choose nonsense as distractions. This one is not talking very well. Oh, you should not talk about this person. You know, all this kind of, all this nonsense rivalry that some of you picked on. Oh, he's an Igbo man. I cannot trust an Igbo man. Oh, he's a Yoruba. You know, this stuff, right? When you leave them, when you try to ignore them for a minute, you can sense the danger that everyone is in. That is the state you are now. Your government has no capacity to crush terrorists. And that also put to question those who are coming in and telling you that they are coming to make Nigeria better, like Winston Churchill, like Charles de Gaulle, or whatever that nonsense that this aspire to perspire career criminals called career politicians have been promising you. Another election. Maiyegun, what do you want us to do now? If I tell you what to do, would you do it? Maybe you won't, but I'll tell you, because I've said it many times. Politicians choose their battle and then pick you to fight the battle for them, making you believe that they are doing it for you. So, no amount of change of trust or whatever you try to believe in whatever they tell you, you are not fighting for you. You are fighting their battle. Therefore, when politicians comes and say, we know there is a poverty, which they created. We know there's an instability and insecurity, which they finance and profiting from. But you know what? We have a new solution. In the next election, we want you to vote and choose us. Forget about what we have done, okay? Yes, we have made mistakes, okay? But now we have a new solution. You see, in the next election, we want you to go out there and do everything to stop the other person because they don't have plan for you, okay? So the moment you entertain that, like many of you are already doing, I'm talking about the Buhari Dins, the Buhari Didens, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungos, the Aris, Unekaris, obedient, full, sophisticated morons and unboot slaves and all of them. As many of you are already doing. It is the textbook definition of insanity. Doing same thing again and again, but expecting a different result. That is textbook definition of shoko, insanity. So if you don't pick side, because they have picked side, their side is unanimous. It's all about how to milk you. But they need your help. Without your help, there is no validation for that. Therefore, many of you then pick sides. I trust that person past this person. Why wouldn't you trust that person that past this person? And they're the one who gave you the choices. So what I have for you is that if you can make a choice that actually gives you the power back, which is the power you have, and then you can willingly give it out again to something that you believe in, what should that be? if you give me a choice, I will choose a referendum that gives me an opportunity to say I don't want to be part of the Nigeria arrangements anymore. Now that is how it should be done. That is also where you come in. If I'm able to tell you why we should be on our own, without anybody shooting at me, calling me a criminal, calling me a terrorist, while you and I are watching the terrorists catching out from your own sweat. Maybe you have no idea that every penny they give to those terrorists, every penny they borrow to buy weapons that ended up in the hands of those terrorists, they are borrowing them in your name. Every penny they spend is your money, not their money. So if I have an opportunity of saying, Maiyegun, what do you want? I'm going to say, give me a referendum. I am not stupid enough to say all the Yorubas want to leave Nigeria. No. That would be so stupid of me to think everybody actually wants to leave Nigeria. Of course not. But how do you know that everybody doesn't want to leave Nigeria too? It would be stupid of you too to think Yorubas don't want to leave Nigeria. Just same way, you can say, how do you think all Biafrans want to leave Nigeria? Of course, you'll be too stupid to think 100% of Biafrans want to leave Nigeria. But how are you sure that the Biafrans don't want to leave Nigeria? Because you'll be so stupid as well to think the largest numbers of Biafrans don't want to leave Nigeria. So how do you find out? How do you find out who want to go, who want to stay? Referendum. Now, I can choose that. That is my battle. That can be my battle. A battle of convincing my peers, my brethren, my folks, of the advantage of us being on our own, which is actually limited. As long as I am not called a terrorist by the terrorist enabling government. I can do that. And in the process of doing that, there are many of you who are also going to need to go out there and convince people not to go. That is democracy. You see, I'm not trying to paint an Eldorado, but that is worth a battle. That you can say, what are you fighting for? I would love to see my children in Oduduwa Republic. That is my battle. Not the battle of how I'm going to make one Were the president again, another Were the governor, and some other Were senators, and some other Olori Brukus as lawmakers. That will all go there again. And the same reason that make me feel like I am not even recognized as a citizen. I want to go. Will start coming back within a year or two. And guess what? The same people who promised to make me a citizen, who promised to respect my human rights, who promised to keep me safe, who promised to make me prosperous in my own country, to make me capable enough to help my family. Those who promised all of that, yeah, they are coming back in 3 years' time to come and promise me the same thing. But what many of you don't know is that 3 years, 4 years in the life of every human being is so long. Multiplying 365 days by 4, that's a lot of days, loads and thousands of hours, millions of seconds of your life wasted when somebody came and said, you know what? I understand your battle. I will fight it for you. If you join me, vote for me, campaign for me, tell others that voting is right, blah, 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 nonsense. Meanwhile, all they are looking for is just the validation to fight their own battle. That is why they call it winner takes it all. That is the political system in Nigeria. And when we say winner takes it all, it means they have it all. You have nothing. So you can choose your battle without having to fight their own battle for them. Fighting for Nigeria is fighting to keep Bokwari and his family living free of charge of you. keeping Nigeria is keeping Tifnubu and gang to continue to live off you. Some people are comfortable with it. But are you? Are you comfortable with it? Then choose your battle. If you have the time later tonight, I'm going to say, please join me. Showore is going to be with us, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. Okay? If you have the time, join us. For today, those they paid $50,000 to, they've shared the money. Possibly they've got some supply of ammunition and all of that. All of you are going to trek on the roads, different roads, are going to be their victims. You are going to be those who will pay the ransoms to them. It is that bad. And you see the whole thing stinking and rotting with the filthy hands of those who are supposed to keep you safe. I don't know how to say it better. I just believe that until you are ready, until we are ready, yeah, this is going to be a season film. Until we are ready. I hope I'm looking forward to Omoyele Showore tonight. And if you have that chance, please don't miss it. It's been a while, and there's been a lot that I've always wanted to talk to him about. And if we have the chance, some of you have the opportunity of calling in, ask him a straightforward question, what you want him to answer on the program tonight, 9 p.m., if you have the chance. I'm going to see you then. Okay? Stay safe and good afternoon.